Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm great.
And
I'm great. How are you
sorry, I
today?
cannot pronounce your name.
Samyukta.
Samyukta. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Sorry.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. And how are you today?
I'm good. I'm feeling good.
Good.
Quite good.
Okay, that's
What
good.
about you?
That's great. So how I've been great. I'm a little bit sick. Throat is a little bit bad, so I'm gonna try my to put myself through this session.
Okay.
So Happy New Year. So were there any New Year resolutions that you came up with?
New Year resolution. I don't make New Year resolution. I make resolution.
Okay, okay.
Every day is New Year. Every day
Yeah,
after waking up, this is my New Year.
that's true.
And when I changed myself, that is New Year for me.
Okay, that's great. That's
Right.
great. Right. So, because this is our first session together, let's introduce ourselves. So, my name is Samyukta. I'm a second year psychology student and I'm from Bangalore.
Oh,
And
wonderful. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and I have been at Clappingo, I think, for the past 6 months. So, it's been a good experience. And really excited to get to know you. So, just tell me about yourself, your hobbies, what you do, where you're from, anything you want to tell.
Okay, I'm from Bihar. However, I stay in Delhi for my bread and butter.
Yeah.
I'm a fitness coach, and my hobby is work on self-development, gaining knowledge, wisdom, so
That's
that
great.
I
That's a
can
very
pass
that's
it
a
to.
very distinct hobby to have. There are a lot of people who don't have these kind of hobbies. Like they don't have a goal in their hobbies, but you do. So that's a good thing.
Yeah,
And okay, so when you said you're a fitness coach, so what kind of things do you do?
I make people healthier. That means I make them weight training. I make them cardio. I make them yoga. So I do these
Okay.
all. I work on all elements of fitness.
Yeah, okay, that's great. So actually, even I am very into fitness. So I do long distance running actually. So I've been running for I think 3 years now, and I think the longest I've ran is like 17 kilometers. But I do run a lot, and I do go to I like to weight train as well. And I think, but in the last, ever since I've come to college, it's a little bit hectic to run because it's really hot here. So I study in Andhra Pradesh, and I can't even by 6:30 in the morning it gets really hot. So running more than like 4 to 5 kilometers itself, like it drains you out. So I dance a lot as well. So I've been dancing since I was a kid. So every morning at least, like I try to get some activity, whether it's like a walk or run, or like today I went and danced because it was too hot to run. So I think it's important, and I think that I realized it pretty early in life, but because I'm still in college, but I think that a lot of people realize it much later. So it's a little bit difficult when that happens.
Yes, and I like what you said. I realized it early in my life.
Yeah.
So people say life is short, life is short. Life is not short. You starting living late,
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
right?
Yeah,
And you say
exactly.
life is short. So it's very nice to hear that.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, so that's about me, and I just want to know how your experience at Clappingo has been. So has it been beneficial for you?
Yes, I'm enjoying. Okay, I'm getting
Okay.
improvement. I'm getting confidence. I'm removing my accent, right?
Right.
So I'm happy with this platform.
Okay,
I'm so
that's great.
blessed to have you people. Okay,
Yeah.
you people are changing my future.
Okay, that's great. So that's very good to hear. So
Mhm.
what I like to do in my sessions, especially in my first session with any tutor, I mean with any learner, is that I like to actually try and figure out where you stand individually when it comes to English. So because we learners keep changing their tutors. So this is my first time with you, and it's not like any of the tutors, we don't discuss anything. So I don't know any other tutor. So I need to be able to assess where you stand so I can help you. And I don't want it to be like any normal session where you talk and then I give you feedback. And You know, I want it to be a little bit different. So what we are going to do today is I'm going to give you a set of words. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 to 6 words. This is an activity that I usually do in my first sessions with learners.
Okay.
And I'll give you 10 minutes time by yourself. So I will be a ghost. I will just switch off my camera and my audio, but I will be here and I will be watching. But I want you to come up with a speech or a story. You can choose what you want to do. I will give you those words and I will give you the meaning of the words. Okay. So using those words, you have to use those words to come up with either a story or a speech, right? And when you're doing this, for a lot of learners, what they do is I give them these words and in 5 minutes they're like, yeah, I'm done, let me start. No, because I am giving you a whole 10 minutes time because I want you to focus on so many things. I want you to focus on pronunciation. I want you to focus on sentence formation, on pausing. You know, after each sentence, I want you to pause for 2 seconds because we need to know that, you know, this sentence is over and a new sentence is starting, right? I want you to pause. I want you to make sure you're emphasizing on words correctly. So, and like when the commas are there, you again have to pause. So you need to make sure you're doing all of these things. So that's why I will give you a whole of 10 minutes to do this. And right after that, you will come back and you will recite the story to me. So in this 10 minutes, you're going to work alone. If I help you, then I won't know where you stand right now with your English, right? So after these 10 minutes, you will tell me the story and I will give you suggestions after that, right? Okay. So that's how we're going to work today. So I'll give you your words. If you want, you can note it down somewhere. Okay. So yeah. Are you ready?
Give me a moment.
Yeah, no problem.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm back. Go ahead.
So the first word is reinvent.
Okay.
So do you know what reinvent means?
Reinvent means if something is already been invented. Okay.
Recreate. You're recreating something. Okay.
Yeah.
Then your second word is higher education.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what higher education is?
Yes.
What do you think it is?
People after finishing their schooling, they go to
college and university level education. Okay. The next word is okay, let me find some. Nurturing. Nurturing. To nurture, nurturing. A mother is very nurturing. So what is nurturing?
Nurturing means you are taking care of.
Yeah, to help and encourage development.
Development.
Okay. Then rote learning. ROTE. Learning. Rote learning. Yeah. Okay. So these are the. I will give you one more. So do you know meaning of rote learning though?
Yes. If I'm learning on a paragraph, right, routing, keep speaking. That is rote learning.
It's a way of studying where a person memorizes the information. You're memorizing the information, you're not understanding it. You're just like mugging it up. Right? Okay. Okay. Then your next word is.
That is enough, I think.
Okay. Forwards, one story or a speech. The time is 2:09. I'll give you time till 2:20.
Okay.
Okay. So take your time and make sure that I told you all the pointers that I'm looking for. Even if you finish early, please practice it. I'm giving you a whole of 10 minutes for that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I'll be here only if you have a doubt.
Okay.
Okay. So let's do this. You are not able to do it. Let's work on it together. Okay. So what was the first word that we got?
Reinvent.
Reinvent. So how can you use that in a sentence? Try.
I reinvent my habit.
I reinvented my habits.
Yeah. I reinvented my habit. Yeah.
Okay. So that's great. So I reinvented my habits. So or you can say that's one sentence. You got that. Now what's your next sentence? What's your next word?
Higher education.
higher education. So you can add that and say, I reinvented my habits. By doing this, I got my higher education was done in a very good college. Right?
Okay.
So that's 2 sentences. Now, what's your third sentence? What's your third word?
Nurturing.
Nurturing. In order, so you can say something like, I have reached this level today because I was nurtured by my parents and my teachers.
Okay.
And what's your last word?
Rote learning.
Rote learning. Throughout this experience, I've learned that rote learning does not help, and actually only putting hard work does, or something like that. Right? So now you've formed 4 sentences with these different words, and together you have a small speech, or you have a small story.
Okay.
Right? So that is what the activity is, right? So don't get nervous, or don't get anxious that you are not able to do it. It's very normal. It's completely okay. So it's you were able to understand the meanings, right? It's just nothing but breaking them down separately and putting them in different sentences and putting the sentences together. So why I told you I was like insisting on 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes is so that you can make an individual sentence for each word and put them together.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So now what we'll do is, you try, like we'll do the same thing, but I want you to form one sentence with each word and I will listen.
Now again,
The first
I try.
word, yeah, now reinvent you already did, but the other 3 things I did, right? So now I want you to try.
After completing my schooling, I went for higher education. All right. And there I nurtured my habit, my schedule.
You nurtured your habit, nurtured, okay? Because
I nurtured my habit, my learning skill, my talent, my behavior, my character. And after nurture that, I also I wrote learning the topic, the things I was unable to understand, right?
So you were, so you say you were, because you were in past tense, right? You say I was root learning whatever I was taught. Right? Continue.
Yeah. So I wrote learning, and that's how I passed my exam, and now I'm here in front of you so that I can also more learn from you. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. So that's great. You're able to speak well, but in the end you said I can also more learn from you. So just turn the words around and say I can learn more from you.
I can learn more.
Learn more from you. Right? The subject should be first. So learning is what you want to do now, and then more is after that. Because, right? So I'll just give you like a summary of suggestions right now. So you're speaking well. I'm able to understand what you're saying. And in the beginning, we did have like good conversation, right? So we were able to understand each other. And even with this exercise, you are able to speak well. You just got a little confused with the exercise, which is completely okay. That happens. Now I'm able to understand exactly what you're saying. You're able to understand the words. We need to work on a little bit of sentence formation, right? Like how I said, you said more learn from you, learn more from me, like that. We need to do a couple of exercises with that. Otherwise, words wise, like all the words I told you, you only told me the meaning. So you knew the meaning of all these words. So always make sure that the first thing that I try to tell all the learners is that you need to know your own abilities. You need to know what you're capable of. You shouldn't come to Clappingo saying, okay, I need to learn this, I need to learn this, I need to learn this. First, you need to know what you already, like you need to be aware of what you already know, right? So your video stuck. Okay, no, I can see you now. Yeah. So that is the first thing. So post that, I will sit and work on exercises with you. So what would you like to work on in the next session? So there's something that I can prepare and come.
Next session, I go it by air. There is a idiom. So go it by air, if you know. I don't get prepared for any let face as I can handle. As I can face. Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's great. So you just want me to do whatever I decide will. Okay. That's great. That's great. So I think that I will try and find some different activities. Next time we can either do the session notes or we can do like some. So I like to do a couple of fill in the blanks activities and tenses. So do you know what tenses are?
Yes, I do.
So yeah, so sometimes I like to do tenses as well. So we can play around with those activities as well in the next session. So other than that, anything else, anything that I said or anything that any suggestions that you didn't like, always know this is a professional setting, so it's only a teaching thing. It's nothing to take personal. Okay. So that's another thing. And yeah, so that is it for today's session. It was nice to meet you, and I hope I see you soon.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks so
Goodbye.
much. Bye.